what's going on guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about deadline day transfers. Yesterday was the deadline day of the transfer window, and I'm going to be talking to you about some of the players that have come into the Barclays Premier League. And of course, with FIFA 16 coming out, these players are going to be fresh in packs in FIFA 16, playing for their new Premier League clubs, which is awesome. If you wouldn't mind smashing a like on the video to start things off, that would be awesome. Let's get going. So the first transfer of today's video is this guy right here. It's Yedlin, who is a very, very pacey silver American card who had a Spurs card in FIFA 15, and he's going to come out of packs as a Sunderland player in FIFA 16. That won't make too much difference to us guys at the moment because, of course, he will still be in the BPL, but maybe his links will slightly change. You know, getting strong links to Sunderland players rather than Spurs. So if anything, that's probably a bit of a backwards move because Spurs typically have a couple of better players on Ultimate Team than Sunderland do. So this second transfer is an awesome one. It is one moving from the Scottish Premier League to our Premier League, and it is Virgil van Dijk moving from Celtic to Southampton for an £11.5 million fee. That's quite expensive. That's quite a lot of moolah. Now, this is really, really good for Ultimate Team because Van Dijk's got a great card. He'll be a sort of low-rated gold card, probably a rare gold card as well, just like what he's got right now, maybe with a slight upgrade. What I've done with all of these cards, by the way, is just given them all a little bit of a stat boost just to see what they could possibly be like if EA decided to give them an increase, or you know what I'm talking about anyway. But this guy's going to be used a lot in the sweaty, overpowered BPL squads and the cheap ones as well because he's not going to cost too much. He's got decent pace, he's got very good physical, and he's very tall as well. I've used this card on FIFA 15, really good one and a great addition to the BPL. Next up, we've got Alex Song moving on loan from Barca to West Ham once again. Again, a great card. If they did slightly upgrade him, he would have a very, very decent card. The great holder midfielder that you'd want on FIFA 16. Strength, from what I've played of the game, was a very big thing. So, I can imagine him doing pretty good on Ultimate Team, especially for like a starter BPL squad. He's not going to be the highest rated card, and he'll fit into your teams nicely, that's for sure. Next up, we've got probably the most controversial transfer of the window, and it is Anthony Martial. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. One of you French guys down below, let me know. Tell me how I can properly say his name. I'm sure a lot of United fans are trying to figure that out as well. He has moved for £36 million. Well, at the moment, I think that fee may even rise into the near like 50 million or something crazy. Young Frenchman moved from Monaco to Manchester United. That's a big move and a very, very big fee as well. In terms of Ultimate Team, which is why I make these videos, like, he's got a 69 rated silver card, so he must be awful, right? Now, I'm kidding. He's obviously a youngster coming up, and if EA decide, you know, typically big club moves mean upgrades, so I can imagine Martial coming out of packs as like a 73, 74 rated card just because he's signed for Man United, and if so, he'll be a very decent silver. Lots of pace as a striker, and you know, decent stats as well. Okay, anyone who's a big fan of the sweaty BPL squad builder is going to be a fan of this transfer, and it is Victor Ibarbo moving to Watford, who have recently been promoted to the Premier League. So he is now a BPL player. You can literally make an even sweatier BPL squad on FIFA 16 Ultimate Team. That's going to be nuts. Who knows whether he'll come out of packs as a striker or a right winger, but even so, no matter what happens, he's always a beast on Ultimate Team. And that's a dangerous one. Next up, we've got another good one for you people that like silver players, especially silver BPL players. These guys typically sell for a few coins, and we've got Ramiro Funes Mori. I think that's how you pronounce his name. This guy previously got a perfect link with a very good left back on the game, Vangioni, and he's moved to Everton in the Premier League, of course, which is good. I reckon we've got a decent little silver centre-back coming in here. 73 pace, possibly, you know, decent defending, decent physical. He'll sell for a few K, and he should do a good job sitting in there on your BPL squads. So having an Argentine in the Premier League is pretty good because you can try and hybrid it off as well. You know, it's decent. Next up, we've got another relatively lower rated centre-back that is probably going to be used a lot in these early stages of FIFA 16, and it is Djilibodji, who has moved from the French League to giant Chelsea for 2.7 million. I'm not quite sure where this has come from, but even so, like, I've always liked him on Ultimate Team, so again, he's just another option to have in the Premier League. Not bad. If you're not looking to use 34 pace John Terry, maybe this guy could be an option because he's probably going to have 70 plus pace. Next up, Michail Antonio moves from Nottingham Forest to West Ham in the Premier League. West Ham and Watford have both been pretty busy teams this transfer window, and he moved on, of course, deadline day. And well, let's think about it in terms of FIFA 15. He's got himself a team of the season card. Did a very good job for Nottingham Forest last season. Hopefully, he'll be a good player for West Ham this season. He's going to be a higher rated silver card, I imagine, and a very pacey one out on that wing, which is going to mean he's going to cost you a few coins. Now, I've got two players left that I wanted to talk about that weren't exactly done on deadline day, but they are interesting transfers nonetheless from this summer transfer window. The first one is on your screens now. It is Pedro moving to Chelsea. I think that is great. I really do think, I've always rated Pedro. I really like watching him play, which I don't claim to do that often, but whenever I've seen him play, I've always really rated him. And this is a decent card to have in the Premier League, especially because he's going to get perfect links to Diego Costa and Fabregas, meaning you can have a little triangle of players and then hybrid off of it and all that good stuff. Pedro's a good one. If he gets game time next year, I can see him getting lots of inform cards, which is a bonus. And finally, we have got Kevin De Bruyne, the biggest transfer of this window. 55 million pounds from Wolfsburg to Manchester City. That is massive, and Kevin De Bruyne is going to be one of those players in FIFA 16. You just know it. He hasn't yet been revealed on the ratings reveal, which means he's probably going to be like 86 rated, which is awesome. But what a transfer that is. Like, he's moved from Chelsea to Wolfsburg and now back into the Premier League with Manchester City. Surely the league is theirs, right? I know there's a lot of Manchester City fans out there, and I know there's a lot of people that hate Man City. So let me know your feedback and your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Man City have got it now that they've got the centre-back that they needed and also that attacking midfielder? So those are the players that I wanted to talk about today. A lot of good players coming into the Premier League, a lot of lower rated players as well, which is quite good. It was been, well, as a deadline day goes, it's been quite underwhelming. No absolutely massive signings. That's why I included a couple of bigger ones at the end there that didn't necessarily happen on deadline day, but still very, very large nonetheless. I think, like, I'm looking at it now on the TV, like £862 million was spent in this window. A lot of that by Manchester City, of course, with Sterling and De Bruyne and all of that good stuff. But that's a really huge amount of money. So there's going to be a lot of different players playing for different clubs in FIFA 16 Ultimate Team. That changes chemistry up and all of that good stuff, and it makes teams different, which is a very, very good thing. It stops things from being so boring and all of that. And I just love it when different players link to different players on a new game of FIFA. So I'm looking forward to FIFA 16. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, leave it a thumbs up. That'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you are new to my channel for more of this type of content. I'm going to have the newest ratings reveal coming out later on today as well. And then we've got some collabs coming up later on this week with things like the FootWiz randomizer and all of that good stuff. So I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.